Hi everybody, and welcome back to advertising class. We are reading chapter 9 from the textbook this week, and it's called Planning Media Strategy. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some subjects in that chapter, but first I want to start by telling you about your group project. This week we're starting the group project. You will have 2 group projects in class. This is the first of those 2. In this group project, you'll be acting like you are part of a virtual advertising agency. So you'll be working together to create a written advertising plan for a company of your choice. So you'll be collaborating with your fellow group members to do research, to define your target audience. You'll be brainstorming a creative advertising campaign and then writing that campaign out in detail. So a couple things to note are that we will be using Google Docs to complete this task. So you do need a Gmail account to do this. So if you don't have a Gmail account, it's free and fast to sign up for Gmail. Please plan on doing that so that you can access the Google Doc, which is where I will send you a link to a template of sorts that you will start to fill out as a group. So each of you will be graded individually. Please follow directions carefully and reach out if you have any questions. You can send me a note in Canvas, shoot me an email. I'm also on Zoom on Thursday evenings, so jump on there if you have any questions as well. So let's talk about chapter 9 from the textbook. So chapter 9 is about planning media strategy, and we're going to watch a video on Disney. Disney does advertising and branding and marketing very, very well, obviously. This video that I'm going to show you really demonstrates how media planning looks in real life, and I love to show you all those things because I want you to know what it looks like. We read about it in the textbook, but I want you to know what it looks like in real life, in practical situations that you're familiar with as you're scrolling through your phone. So in this video, Disney highlights the concept of how important it is that when you are planning and buying media, it's extremely important to be strategic in the type of media that you select and the timing of when consumers see the messaging from your brand. So we're all very familiar with that, right? We know that as we start to research and show interest in something, in a product of some sort, we start to see that product pop up more frequently in the advertisements that we are shown. And so that is timing. The type of media also matters a lot. So you really have to think about how you're going to meet your consumers at each point of their individual decision-making process. And this video shows you how Disney does that, how Disney targeted 2 very different Disney fans at various points in their own decision-making journey. And they looked very different, and they were looking for different things as they were planning a Disney vacation. So if you have any questions about your group project, please reach out. And then let's take a look at the Disney video now.
Meet Amy and Tim, 2 very different planners with one thing in common. They both abandoned their carts on WaltDisneyWorld.com. But based on the items in their carts and their behavior on our site, we can create individual journeys to help bring them back. Amy's signals tell us she's a grandmother looking for an affordable trip for her family of 5. She likes the Art of Animation Resort, and her family's a fan of Frozen. As for Tim, he's a father set on a holiday trip for his family of 4 at the Caribbean Beach Resort, and he loves Star Wars. These signals tell us which levers to pull at each point in their journeys, starting with an engaging first touch to get them excited about Disney again. The night after they abandon their carts, Amy and Tim each get an email with a personalized storybook where their families go on an epic adventure. Tim shares his with his whole family, and Amy reads hers to her granddaughter before bed. Next, we keep their dreams alive with ideas and advice about their upcoming trips from a few wise characters. Grandpappy tells Amy about Memory Maker so she can get photos of her whole family. And Yoda tells Tim about FastPass Plus so he can skip the line at Star Tours. 2 days later, Amy sees a native ad with curated content from the Moms panel, tailored to her interests. It takes her to a post about which dining experience has the most princesses, giving her an idea for how to surprise her granddaughter. Since she tapped on it, we move her on to the next phase of her journey. Tim, on the other hand, sees a banner with content also curated from the Moms panel, telling him how to sign his kids up for the Star Wars experience he knows they'll love. Since planners love options, and Tim still hasn't booked his trip, The next time he goes on Instagram, he sees a carousel featuring 3 different resorts at 3 different prices. After comparing and contrasting, he taps Learn More on the Caribbean Beach Resort. Now we make each of their dreams a reality by giving them even more incentive to book. The next day, we send Tim a high-impact unit featuring the resort he tapped on and an offer if he books now. We also send Amy an ad about the resort in her cart, letting her know that the suites are big enough to fit her family of 5 and they're 30% off. To seal the deal, their favorite sidekicks show up to remind them of the benefits of staying at Disney. Olaf tells Amy she can reserve her dining plans even earlier, and C-3PO tells Tim he can make his FastPass Plus selections ahead of schedule, but only if they book now. So Amy and Tim return to their carts, and just like that, 2 unique planners book 2 unique dreams on WaltDisneyWorld.com.